Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Celeste. It's great to see you guys again, and today is the day that I open my 23andMe results. They have finally come in. I got this for Christmas. I asked my mother for this for Christmas, so she is here in the room in the background. So if you hear extra commentary, it's because both my brother and my mother have joined me for this momentous occasion. You guys can say something if you want. No. So we're just gonna jump right in. I actually decided to make a little guess of what I possibly could be, like what my percentages of certain ancestry might be. So I have made it in my notes just last night at like 4 a.m. Don't at me for being up that late. Here's proof that I have not edited this nor seen my results quite yet. So to start, for those of you who do not know, I am actually half Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. So the Guatemalan side is my mom's side and the Puerto Rican side would be my dad. Now, I don't know how much of either of those I have. I've just always assumed half and half, right? Like most of us probably would, but as most of us should know, none of us are ever 100% anything. And especially I feel like I've seen a lot of 23andMe videos. Latinos and Hispanics in general are a huge melting pot of a bunch of different wonderful things. So it's pretty cool. I'm really excited to see what I have in my DNA. And what's nice about 23andMe is that they'll update your DNA as their database grows. So I might find that I'm 2% something now, but maybe in the future I'll be 5 or something. So it's kind of like it'll progressively grow as the database grows. So with that, my guesses were that I would possibly come out to be 3 to 5% sub-Saharan African. I only say that because of my Puerto Rican side. In our family history anyway, there have been a fair amount of very dark complected people. So that may be an indication, and that would be why I guess sub-Saharan African. 30% European, I would say would probably be more Spaniard and French ancestry, mostly because of my grandma who has a very European likeness. So I guess we'll find out how much of that is actually in there. So my next guess, before I'll just preface it real quick, I've gotten many guesses on what I possibly could be. I've gotten friends who are like, oh, you're like half white and half Asian. You're some kind of Hispanic, but I don't know what kind. And I've gotten like Hispanic Asian. I've gotten so many different combinations. So if there is any Asian in my blood, I would most likely bet that it's Native American more than anything, realistically speaking. I just know that Guatemalans tend to have a lineage of Native American ancestry. So that would make the most sense. So I'm gonna guess like 10 to 15% Native American. And if there is any Asian, it'll probably be a mix of Central/East Asian, which will probably be like 2% or less. So that's literally like not even half of my blood already. So there's still like a whole other half within that I just have not been able to guess. So I'm really excited, and I guess we're gonna start now. So my mom wants to guess too. Yeah, like you guys can take a guess.
36% Native American for sure. I think it's gonna be higher than you think.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like you might get a little bit of like Middle Eastern.
Like some kind of like Western Asian or something.
Yeah, Western or East Asian as well.
Oh, we're gonna see. So I just got the email. My mom was begging me to open it. I announced it on Christmas. That was my bad though. Like, and then she's like, open it. And I'm like, no, it needs to wait until after because I don't have my camera with me. Okay, here we go. Reports are ready. Ancestry report. Okay, you guys. Oh my God, wait. What? Oh, that's crazy. Wow, 49% European. I'm half European, bro. What? Let's go down the list of bigger categories. So I have 49.2% European. I have 32.9 Indigenous American.
I said that.
And it says Puerto Rico Indigenous.
Shut up.
Like Taino, 13.5% Sub-Saharan African.
13?
That's a large amount, I feel like. Western Asian and North African I have in my blood. So
what's that Western Asian?
Broadly Arab and Levantine. Broadly Central and South Asian, which would be 0.3%. And then unassigned 2.4%. So that's,
what does that mean?
They can't quite locate what the other 2% of me is. So in the European section, we have Southern European, which is 46.8%, which includes Iberian, Italian, and Balkan. Well, like, it doesn't specify how much of each one. Oh. It just says it's a broad Southern European.
The fact that your DNA identifies in that region, period.
Spanish and Portuguese, which is 44.9%. So it's mostly Spanish. Yeah. Wow, she's Spaniard. So I can literally say I'm half Spaniard. Okay, so Greek and Balkan is 0.3%. Explore my Greek and Balkan heritage. That's crazy. It's very tiny, so I'm like, it's hardly there, but
it's there.
But it's still a part of me, I guess. Yeah. Ashkenazi Jewish is 1.1%.
Shut up.
Wow. Northwestern European. British and Irish is 0.7%. I'm British, but a little bit late for afternoon tea. Broadly European is 0.6%. Now, my Indigenous American is 32.9%. That is high.
I told you 34%, didn't I?
Yeah, that's a third.
That's a lot.
So Indigenous American, it says specifically Puerto Rico, Indigenous, likely. Wow.
I can't believe that.
So if there is like Native American,
It's
like I said, it's
Indian.
Taino Indian.
That's your dad. Oh my God.
Okay, let's go to the African side. West African is 7.8%. So that would include Mali, Nigeria, Senegambian, and Guinean is 4%. Nigerian is 1.1%. Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean is 0.6%. Broadly West African, 2.1. These are some big percentages. Angolian and Congolese is 4.3. Sudanese, Northern East African. I'm like all over Africa, what the heck? That explains some interesting DNA and features even, because my sisters, like some of you guys have met Serena, my curly hair sister. Curly hair could be, you know, bigger indication of that. She's a little bit more light complected than Grace, my other sister, which I don't think you guys have met quite yet. She's got some more melanin in her, and yeah, so that might be an indication of like some of the sub-Saharan African that I literally guessed. I didn't think it was gonna be that much. Because what did I guess? I guessed like 5 to 10 or 3 to 5. I don't know what I did.
I don't remember.
It was low, let's just say that. Okay, this is kind of whacking me out a little bit. Western Asian and North African. So that would include 0.7% Arab, Egyptian, and Levantine.
You said
Dad said Egyptian.
Dad said.
Wow, Dad, you were right. Okay, so Egyptian is 0.3%. And then broadly Arab, Egyptian, and Levantine is 0.4. Levantine. Northern Western Asian, 0.6. Iranian, Caucasian, and Mesopotamian.
Mesopotamian? I got it to lunch, lady. She's from there.
And then broadly Western Asian and North African is 0.4. So wow, that includes Turkey, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Oman.
Yemen?
This is showing me the broad thing. So that only consists of 0.4% of what all of this could possibly be.
This is a lot. Oh my goodness.
Wow. And then broadly Central and South Asian is 0.3%. Wait, okay, so it's very small, but it's this section which includes Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. No, like,
I'm shocked.
No East Asian, but that was my guess anyway, that it would have been Indigenous America.
I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Wow. Honestly, Guatemala wasn't really present here, though. Wow.
You're more on the Puerto Rican side, Ma.
Wow, because I got my dad's nose. I really got my dad's face.
Yeah.
So. I'm shocked at the European being that high, like 49.2%.
That is high. You are straight Puerto Rican.
I feel Puerto Rican in this hair.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican in this hair.
Guys, I'm absolutely floored with my results. I was like expecting some of it, but then I was like, I don't know what else, you know? I'm kind of shook. I do want to do more DNA tests just to see what else comes about, if anything. I've seen so many people do comparisons between 23andMe and Ancestry DNA, and then MyHeritage DNA is like something that's becoming more popular, and it is cheaper, so maybe that might be the next one. I think it's super cool to see myself like on a map finally, instead of just like, oh, I've been told I'm just half Puerto Rican, half Guatemalan. We call ourselves Guatemalans. I have put some thought, and I've always wondered actually what else is in there. So I'm really glad. This has been probably one of the coolest Christmas presents I've ever received. There's another section in here where you can see health insights, DNA relatives, and physical features. Let's see, let's try physical features. It says the likelihood of me having cheek dimples is 58% that I do not have dimples. And I have one, like right here. It's very small.
Oh my God.
But it's there. Cleft chin, 85% chance that I do not have a cleft chin.
But you have one.
It's very
Your
small.
father had.
Yeah, I think the camera kind of smooths over it. But yeah, the 15% that I do have a cleft chin. Eye color, 75% chance of dark brown eyes. Yep. That is me. And actually it's weird because I was born with green eyes and they like faded. But I don't know if that's a thing that happens with most babies. I've heard that sometimes it happens like where they're born with different color. Okay, freckles. 65% chance you have a few, if any, freckles.
You don't have any, do you?
Well, when I have my makeup off and you look really closely, there's like tiny, tiny
Your dad has
ones.
freckles.
I mean, I have this, I think.
The more you know.
Yeah, that would count, maybe. Toe length ratio, 71% chance you have a longer big toe. That is true. We're not trying to show the dogs on camera. I'm gonna pay up for that one. 49% chance you have a little bit of a unibrow. I don't.
Yeah, I do. Mine was so connected, it wasn't even funny. They used to call me Bert.
Alcohol flush reaction, unlikely to flush.
That's a lot.
But that's weird because I
you
do flush. That's really interesting. Genetic weight, predisposed to weigh about average. Well, I would hope, but I don't think so.
Average, honey.
I don't know anymore. I don't even know, man. Like, I'll see a picture and I'm like, I was very much expecting that my weight would be higher on the scale. I wonder if that makes it easier for me. Like, say, you know, if I want to lose weight or anything like that, that makes it easier for me to do so.
Yeah, well.
/ through diet.
Could be that you need to eat like your ancestors did. Also, things that grow from the ground and from the trees, like olives that you hate.
I hate olives. I hate olives so much.
I actually discovered. I know. That comes from my.
That must come from you because you love your olives, and I'm like, even in the Puerto Rican rice, I'll be like. Muscle composition, common in elite power athletes.
See,
that's crazy. My
usual strength.
Yeah, guys. Like, actually, I'm really strong. There was a time. I have a funny story with this. I always tell people I like arm wrestled 3 different guys who are actually like athletes, and I won. And I don't train, bro. Like, I don't do any of that. So I'm gonna be a shot put person. I'm Miss Trunchbull, dude.
You're half Miss Trunchbull.
Honestly, iconic. Whoa, Neanderthal DNA. Hey Celeste, you have more Neanderthal DNA than 55% of our other customers. But you know what? I've seen a lot of people with much higher.
Or a Neanderthal.
You Neanderthal. Now I have to take it personal whenever someone says. All right, guys, so it got dark, as you can see, but I'm so glad you were able to stick around with me for this long. This was a blast. I'm actually still shocked about my results. But again, I'm planning to do some more experimenting with different tests because I just find that fascinating. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Toodleoo, take care, I love you. Mwah.